can target anyone, anything, anywhere.
It fell over 700.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a pleasant greeting I bid to all. First and foremost, I, Azwa AZZAIHASRA binti KAMARUL Azmy, with ID number MDB2211063, will proceed with question 1 under the subtopic price elasticity of demand. Usually, when the price of meat is 50 ringgit per kilogram and chicken is 9 ringgit per kilogram, Sulaiman will buy 20 kilogram of meat and 30 kilogram of chicken. But when the price of meat and chicken up to 80 ringgit per kilogram for meat and 11 ringgit per kilogram for chicken, Sulaiman will buy 8 kilogram of meat and 28 kilogram of chicken. The first question said that we need to calculate price elasticity of demand for each good. To begin with, the formula to calculate the price elasticity of demand is elasticity demand equal to the new quantity demanded of goods minus all quantity demanded goods over all quantity demanded. Together, multiply those with all price of goods over new price of goods minus all price of goods. First of all, let's calculate the price elasticity of demand for meat first. So, the all quantity demanded is 20 kg, while the old price of meat is 50 ringgit. But when the new price for the meat increased to 80 ringgit, the new quantity demanded dropped to 8 kg. So right now, all the information that we need have been gained. So we just substituted all the info into the formula that have been stated. After the calculation, we got -3 as the price elasticity of demand for meat. So right now, let's move on to find the price elasticity of demand for chicken. So the all quantity demanded is 30 kg, while the all price of chicken is 9 ringgit. But when the new price for the chicken increased to 11 ringgit, the new quantity demanded dropped to 28 kg. So right now, all the data that we need have been justified. So we just substitute all the data into the formula that have been stated. After the calculation, we got -0.3 as the price elasticity of demand for chicken. Next, move on to the next question. State types of elasticity of demand for each good. To interpret the information, firstly, we need absolute value to exclude the negative sign. Hence, we need to use modulus to the price elasticity of demand for both meat and chicken to ignore the negative sign in order to get the absolute value. For meat, the absolute value is 3. Hence, the price elasticity of demand for meat is elastic, which is the demand is greater than 1. In this case, demand is relatively responsive to the price changes. As price increased by 1%, the quantity demanded for this product will decrease by 3% and vice versa. Furthermore, for chicken, the absolute value is 0.3. Hence, the price elasticity of demand for chicken is inelastic, which is the demand is greater than 0 but less than 1. In this case, the demand is not very responsive to the price changes. As price increased by 1%, the quantity demanded for chicken will decrease by 0.3% and vice versa. So, that's all from me. Thank you!
Assalamualaikum, I am NURFILZA NAZIFA binti MOHAMAD PAIZAN and my ID number MDB2211033. We press on question 2 under subtopic cross price elasticity of demand. So, let's study the given question. When the price of good S RM27, the quantity demanded of good Y is 1,200 units. When the price of good S falls to RM23, the quantity demanded of good Y falls to 800 units. Using the cross elasticity of demand formula, calculate the cross elasticity of demand for good Y. So, the formula calculate the cross price elasticity of demand is elasticity demand equal to the new quantity demand of a good Y minus all quantity demanded of a good Y over all quantity demanded. Together, multiply those with all price of good S over the new price of a good S minus all price of a good S. Alright, let's see list the details needed. Quantity demanded of good Y is 1,200 units and falls to 800 units. Meanwhile, for the price of a good S is RM27 and new price of a good S falls to RM23. Okay, let's put the details needed to the formula, which is 800 units minus 1,200 units over 1,200 units multiplied 27 ringgit over 23 ringgit minus 27 ringgit. So, after the calculation, we got 2.25 as the cost price elasticity of demand. Move on to the next question. Is a good Y a substitute or complement to a good S? When elasticity is more than 0, so the answer of this question is a good Y are substitute to a good S. This is because a decrease in the price of a particular good lead to a decrease in quantity demanded for another goods. It shows that the decrease of a cross elasticity of demand is positive cross elasticity of demand. Then I will explain substitute goods. Substitute goods are goods that serve the same purpose on the same use. Example of substitute good is a Coke and Pepsi.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is NORADEANA SYAKILA binti Muhammad YUSUF. I will talk about question number 3, which is about income elasticity of demand. Let's begin with the statement. Inferior products have a negative income elasticity of demand. Based on the statement that I understand, it refers to elasticity less than 0, which is negative income elasticity. It is because an increase in the consumer's income will cause a decrease in quantity demanded and vice versa. These goods fall out of favor as incomes and the economy improve as consumers begin buying more costly substitute instead. Because of that, the consumer will reduce the purchase of inferior goods and switch to better quality goods when income rises. Instant noodles, store brand supermarket items and some canned or frozen foods are common examples of inferior goods. Next, I will explain about the graph and calculation that I have done based on the question given. From the graph and calculation that I have shown above, it shows that it is elasticity more than 1, which is elastic income elasticity. A change in the consumer's income causes a bigger percentage change in quantity demanded. Highly elastic goods will see their quantity demanded change rapidly with income changes. The good is elastic since the value is positive. It suggests that individual will seek 1.5% increase in the amount of things for every 1% rise in income. As we can see, if we have a lot of income, then we will buy expensive things. Therefore, the quantity demanded will also increase. Last but not least, I will explain about the type of this product, which is luxury product. Luxury goods is an expensive thing such as jewelry and makeup that are pleasant to have but are not necessary. In economics, a luxury good is one for which demand grows more than proportionally as income rises. The desire for luxury item is known to be highly income elastic. In other words, consumer will purchase more and more of the luxury commodity as their income increases. Designer high-end automobiles, jewelry, private aircraft and haute couture apparel are some of the luxury items on the list. Being conscious that one's income correlates precisely with their investment in luxury goods, therefore, the desire for luxury products automatically increases as income significantly increases.
Assalamualaikum. I am ZATUL binti ZAKARIA will press on question 4 under the subtopic price elasticity of supply. However, I am required to use supply analysis, sketch and explain the type of price elasticity of supply for each question. Let's turn to the question. When the price of good A is 200 ringgit, the quantity supply is 100 unit. When the price increases to 300 ringgit, the quantity supply is unchanged at 100 unit. Therefore, it is a perfectly inelastic type of price elasticity, which is when the PES equals 0. When the quantity supply does not change at all, in response to a change in price, its supply then said to be perfectly inelastic. If you look at the graph drawing figure 1, the supply curve would be vertical to the y-axis. When there is a price point at 200 ringgit and even it is increased to 300 ringgit, the quantity supply 100 unit will be the same. Move on to the next question. When the price of good A increased from 200 ringgit to 300 ringgit, the quantity supply of good A increased from 100 unit to 130 unit. So how to get the answer? Firstly, list the detail needed. The old quantity supply is 100 unit. The new quantity supply is 130 unit. The old price is 200 ringgit. The new price is 300 ringgit. Then substitute all data into the formula like figure 2. As a result, the elastic supply is 0.6. It is inelastic because the supply is not less than 0, but not more than 1. The change in the price of the good causes a smaller percentage change in the quantity supply. If you're looking at the figure 3, the percentage change in price 200 ringgit increase to 300 ringgit is larger than the percentage change in quantity supply 100 unit increase to 130 unit. Let's forward to the last question. When the price of good A increased from 200 ringgit to 300 ringgit, the quantity supply increased from 100 unit to 180 unit. By using the same formula, list the detailed need. The old quantity supply is 100 unit, the new quantity supply is 180 unit, the old price is 200 ringgit, the new price is 300 ringgit. Then put all detail into the formula as figure 4. As a result, the elasticity supply is 1.6. It is elastic because supply more than 1. The change in the price of the good causes a bigger percentage change in the quantity supply. Based on figure 5, the percentage change in price 200 ringgit increase to 300 ringgit is smaller than the percentage change in quantity supply 100 unit increase to 180 unit. That's all. Thank you.